think every team goes through where you just don't want to be there. It's not that way in the playoffs, so I don't worry about that at all.
Does Bogut look better than you?
Hell yeah. I don't know what you about to ask, but he looks amazing. It's been incredible to have him back, especially with DeMarcus going down, and obviously, we're still praying for DeMarcus and wishing him a speedy recovery and hoping that he can get back for this finals run. But Bogut has been incredible for us, and obviously stepping into that starting lineup, he played a huge role for us.
Last question, three boys in the back.
Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. Mr. Green, I want to ask you, now that you guys had that slip up in the quarter and a half, as you mentioned, last game, are you guys done? Are you ready to run the table throughout the rest of the playoffs?
I think we was ready to run the table then. You sometimes just can't control it. However, that's always our mindset, is to try to run the table and win every time we step on the floor. And that's, just because of one game, it's not going to change it now.
Thank you. Kevin Durant will be up next.
It's good strategy for your kids at home as well. Try to win all the games.
Yeah, all the games.
If possible.
Yeah.
Am I right? I mean,
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way,
Kevin Durant is on his way, we are told. I don't know if he's literally walking right now to the table, but we're going to hear from him shortly. Took note of Draymond Green's reaction. He cut off the question about Andrew Bogut. We were talking about how good he looks, and he just was beaming when Bogut's name came up and talking about what condition he's in. Apparently Kevin was walking as I was speaking, because there he is, magically at the microphone now.
Kevin, the other day you were very descriptive about the defense and the gimmick defense the Clippers threw at you. What did you see tonight? What was different? Why were you so effective?
I think Coach called a couple more plays for me to start the game, and I think doing that kind of set the tone. Just putting pressure on the defense through post-ups, through dribble handoffs, and I think that was something that we talked about this morning. Just consciously, with the way they play, just coming off a lot of Andrew Bogut screens, and sitting in the post, and if they double, guys are moving. We're just more patient tonight. To sum it up.
Kevin, after you got your second foul, what was key in still being able to play your game without getting more?
Well, just keep playing the same way. I feel like the first two weren't fouls.
Pavi here with Hoops and Brews. Kevin, did you try to make it a point to come out and kind of remind people exactly who you are with all the talk that's been going on in this series?
I've been here for 12 years, and I'm 30. I don't need to show nobody nothing at this point.
Yeah, Kevin, for you, the statement, "I am Kevin Durant," and then to follow that proclamation up with the way you played, where do you feel that need comes from?
I think a lot of people who watched the game, who analyzed the game, thought that I should be engaging in a one-on-one physical battle, whatever that is, to other people with Patrick Beverley, and I don't do that type of stuff. I just play. So that's what I was trying to let people know.
You mentioned all the screens you came off with Bogut. How good has he been for you guys?
He's just a smart basketball player, man. Just obviously being here and knowing the system helps, but I think he could play that way anywhere. Just directing the offense when he needs to, rebounding, being in the right spots, his talking, his energy, just everything since he's been here been top of the line. Just especially his talk. How he's just guiding guys out there every possession is something we definitely needed.
Kevin, wondering how, if at all, the dynamic changes a little bit with DeMarcus out.
For me, I think when DeMarcus started playing for us late in the season, I think we definitely wanted to establish him in the post a lot to start games. You know what I'm saying? And his presence down there was very positive for us. So without him in the lineup, I think Coach just used me in his spots.
Kevin, you guys have had trouble sometimes keeping that consistency during the regular season, and with Game 2. How do you keep that, whatever you had tonight, on for a consistent basis throughout the
Me?
No, the team.
I think everybody in the arena kind of relaxed just a split second last game, even the fans. Even the executives on the sideline just watching. Wish Bob was in here. and obviously the players and the coaches. You know, I just think everybody felt like we had that game in hand last game, and 30-point lead. I mean, like that hasn't happened in 30-something years, so it's kind of natural and normal for anybody watching that game to kind of relax, right? Even at home. So, you know, but the players can't do that, and I think we did that, and you know, I think that was just a small lesson that we can learn from. But our focus has been on points since late March, with the exception of like 6 minutes last game.
That's one or two.
Tamara Zarley from Clutch Points. Kevin, you guys have aspirations for a deep playoff run. Kind of got that third tech today. What happened there, and what do you have? Did you have to do anything different to sort of stray away from those?
I mean, me and Jermichael Grant. How would you feel? That was.
Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. Kevin, lots made of Kavan's defensive versatility. What do you think of his offense and his awareness on that side of the ball?
I mean, we all know what Loon could do on the defensive side of the ball. He's just a smart basketball player, but I think just about everybody in our locker room has just been on him to shoot those mid-ranges, the ones that he gets at the elbows, just around that 12, 13-foot area that he should be shooting because they look good and he worked on them. So, you know, tonight he got a lot of opportunities to knock him down. He was 5 for 7. He's been phenomenal this series as far as efficiency on the offensive side of the ball, along with his defense. So we gonna need him to continue to just shoot those. You know what I'm saying, and just to keep people at bay. So definitely excited for him throughout this series because his confidence is growing.
Last question on the radio.
Okay, over the last month or so, you've been, you know, pass first, been distributor for the team.
That's not true.
That's not?
No, I don't pass up shots. I just play within the offense.
Oh, I ain't say okay. Well, you've been more of a distributor. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it's because how we play.
Okay, that's fine. Tonight, you wasn't, right?
Yeah, because Coach called more plays for me to start.
Okay, so moving forward, do you think that it'll be a game-by-game basis as far as how you approach the game?
Look, I don't run the show. Any team I've ever been a part of, I'm just a player. I'm one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? So whatever my coach needs me to do, no matter what it is, I just got to go out there and be prepared for it mentally and physically. So tonight, no different.
Thanks, KD. We have one more guest speaker. Just come on, stay in your seats.
Kevin Durant with 38 tonight. Steph Curry had 21, including 4 of 6 shooting from the three-point line. And he is making his way.
Yeah, 21 on 11 shots.
Just 11
Come
shots.
on, man.
There's
That's
Steph.
ridiculous.
The 2-time MVP has his seat, and here we go.
Bonnie Poole, NBC Sports Bay. Stephen, how would you describe the defensive intensity you guys came out with, and along with what Kevin was able to do on the offensive side?
High energy, high focus. Try to set the tone early in the first 6 minutes, and that's what we did. So, as much momentum as we lost in the final 16 minutes of Game 2, we got it all back early, and everybody was clicking. It seemed like every possession we knew what we were trying to accomplish on both ends of the floor, and everybody's aggressive, decisive. Getting good shots on every possession. Obviously, it helped that most of them were going in, but I think the way that we went about our business was a sign of a resilient team, knowing who we are, what we're capable of.
Steph, your coach said, over here, your coach said after Game 2 that you guys lost focus there in the second half. Draymond said you guys let go of the rope. Katie said you relaxed. So it was almost like deja vu. 7 minutes left. He goes up 31 again tonight. So how do you guys make sure that didn't happen this time around?
Continue our defensive focus for sure. Honestly, that's a question for the guys that are on the floor because I fouled out and went to the bench, and I took a little vacation in the second half. So you have to ask them.
Ramona.
Hi, Steph. Kevin just said that Coach called more plays for him. That's why he was more involved offensively. Is that another way of saying that you guys look for him, that you get him going? Is it literally just calling plays for him?
We made some adjustments in terms of trying to get him in better positions on the floor, knowing what Pat has been trying to do, and all that back and forth. But mostly it's just trying to get him in the right positions where the way that they're playing defense and sending help and clogging the paint and all that type of stuff, just so the picture's a little bit clearer. And we all know what spots to be in on the floor and where to space and things like that. And it allows him to be more aggressive, knowing where the help's coming from. I think in transition we were a lot more effective in terms of just making the right decisions, the simple decisions. And those good possessions after good possessions feed on itself, and their defense softens up for sure. And then he took advantage of it. So it's a combination of a lot of things. Obviously, at the end of the day, he got to shoot the ball, and he did, and he made it, and he was amazing tonight.
Kevin, Steve Finley, Steve Finley from the Culver City Observer. What is the biggest difference between this team and the other great Warrior teams that you played on?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, we've grown a lot, and our team right now, obviously, in terms of the guys that come off the bench, it's a couple of young guys and ready to take advantage of the opportunity to play. But our core is pretty much the same, and we're very experienced. And the league has changed more so than us, to be honest. How teams are kind of put together, emphasis on the three-point shot, positionless basketball, all that type of stuff. So I think we obviously had a huge part in changing that, but we've evolved as well, and it's nice to be in this position where we're chasing another championship.
Hey, Steph, right here, Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. You just mentioned you guys had 16 bad minutes in Game 2. Have you guys got that bad play out of your system, and are you guys ready to run the table now on your way to your third championship?
A lot of work to do. We hope that's behind us in terms of having a 60-minute stretch like that where we literally forget how to play basketball. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We're not getting ahead of ourselves at all. It's 2-1 in this series. Got to come back Sunday, get a win, and we'll continue to move on from there. We've been through this before, and I don't think we've won any championship by looking ahead. We got work to do now.
Does tonight's play carry on into Sunday?
Say what?
Does tonight's play carry on into Sunday?
For sure. I think we made some good adjustments and we executed well. They're gonna probably try to change some stuff up, and I think they did in the second half with their lineup. They started Jermichael Green instead of the big fella, and maybe they'll have some lineup changes, and we just got to be ready to play. But our energy and focus and execution, if we can repeat that, I like our chances.
Scott Osler, SF Chronicle. Steph, maybe you kind of addressed this, but we know you guys played well down the stretch of the season. You won Game 1, obviously. But was tonight, in some ways, maybe a little bit of a breakthrough in some ways?
Shout out to Breakthrough, by the way. I like that name. Go see that movie, right? Appreciate it. We know who we are. We know what we're capable of. And the fact that we could bounce back from, again, a 31-point loss or come back and play the way we did in that first quarter and make the right adjustments and just be ourselves shows what we're capable of. The way you win a championship, the way you win a series, and whatnot is being able to do that consistently, put back-to-back games together. That's the challenge ahead of us for Sunday.
Last question, Chronicle.
Ryan Gorsey, San Francisco Examiner. Steph, to see Andre, flying back up the court after that three, and to see the energy he's brought with those dunks and the energy he's brought on defense, what does that do for the rest of you guys?
He's an X factor in a lot of games for us, a lot of series, and has been for us to help us win championships. And he understands the moment of the playoffs and how he can be impactful. It might not be knocking down shots every night, just that energy and the way he plugs a lot of holes. He takes on those one-on-one matchups against top-notch scorers, and just seems to make timely plays. And then in the bonus offensively, when he gets it going, he knocks down his open shots. He play makes and finds open guys, like all that type of stuff. He just one of the smartest basketball players I've ever been around, and he makes his presence felt for sure, whether it shows up in the stat sheet or not. So kind of a Mr. Do-It-All, depending on what the night requires.
Real last question.
Steph, you guys won at least one road game in the last 20 playoff series, the longest streak in the NBA right now. What does that say about your team?
I mean, it's crazy. Crazy stat. It's kind of, you think about all the great teams we played along the way, and being able to have our game travel no matter what arena we're playing in. It speaks a lot about our chemistry and our toughness, and mentally as well. But you take control of series by winning games on the road, and we've been able to do that. So, got another opportunity on Sunday, and hopefully that trend continues as we chase another championship, like you said.
Thank you, everybody.
A blitz tonight by Steph Curry and the Warriors. What to expect from Sunday's Game 4 next.